Desmond.
All right, we're going to try to send Desmond a
Is that the right
email to his Gmail address and
Yep, you got it.
see what kind of delay we got.
I'm hitting send right now, and message sent.
All right.
Let's see here. This is very exciting.
And so I can do a manual refresh.
Let's see it push.
There we go.
So,
It's doing something.
so I'm getting notifications of IM. That's what you saw on this dash.
Oh, okay, so your IM app is running in the background?
Running in the background, there's my new mail.
Look at that.
Yeah.
So, and you saw the pop-up. So it popped up, but it went away because we're in the app.
Right, okay.
So had we not been in the app, we'd still have a mail notification there.
And you'd be able to pull that down and
in the
jump
window shade, right? You got it.
Okay, interesting. Great.
We'll go in, we'll take a quick peek at it.
Look at that. Well, of course, your email address is now on there.
I know, it's on there forever. Oh well. Nothing we can do about that.
Put some After Effects on there. Turned it into an explosion. Okay, so that's pretty fast. I mean, that pushes pretty quickly.
Sure.
So, what else? Do you have any other apps on here? Stuff maybe we can see?
I've downloaded a bunch of things from the market to play with.
Okay.
Compass app. There's a cocktail app that tells you how to make, your favorite cocktail. There's a video player that we downloaded from the market. So we go to the video player.
So this doesn't come with a video player?
It doesn't come with a video player built in.
Is this a paid app or is this a free app?
This is a free app.
Okay.
And this is an MPEG 4. It's just of a little town that's in north of Seattle. So I'm going to go in and you see I have different players in my device, so it's giving me options.
Okay.
Just like when you send something, you can send via MMS, you can send via email, lots of.
So you can do MMS messages on this?
Absolutely.
Can you rotate the screen? Yeah, can you tilt it?
Rotate. So the developer of the app, I don't think they use the accelerometer. Let me try it really fast.
Or with the keyboard recognition.
Yeah, so the developer did the accelerometer API is in the SDK, and this particular developer chose to take advantage of that.
So, and there's a lot of different ways to interact. I'm wondering, what do you guys see the trackball being used for primarily?
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of that in play.
Probably more than anything, I think that I use it personally just for like scrolling through web pages or scrolling through mail. I'm a person who's a kind of a neat freak, and so I'm always cleaning and wiping my touchscreen off on my jeans. So a lot of times I just use the trackball, especially for browsing more than anything.
So any other apps you really dig in?
Other apps that I'm digging. So there's this funny one that I found today. It's like your Tamagotchi for your phone, right? It's a picture of hair, right? And as you stroke it, it gets happy. And the more you do it, now it's happy and it's going to do it. And it's making noise and stuff. But these are these fun little apps, that are just totally like people go nuts over this kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, I know we've seen with the a competitor's app store, a lot of people kind of getting apps like that.
These little casual game things and these goofy Tamagotchi type things, stuff like that. In my maps, I downloaded an app that overlays a small compass.
Oh, look at that!
On top of the screen.
This actually has a compass in it. Is
this
a replacement maps application, or is it an extension?
It's an add-on. What you're looking at is over there, kind of in the top left-hand corner. There's a small compass that's now being overlaid on my map.
So wait a second.
Not created by Google.
Not created by Google.
This is a third-party add-on to maps, is what you're saying. Okay, so in an application, if somebody wants to write something like an extension to tweak something in an app, let's say the mail app. Let's say somebody wants to write an extension to make the fonts different in a mail app. Right. That can be done on this device?
I believe so. I believe that openness is there. I mean, we're looking at a great example right here, right? This compass is just running in the background, and it runs on top of the map.
Is that with all applications, or just the specifically open sourced applications, or specifically Google applications?
I believe it's all open sourced applications.
Okay.
Well, that's a really interesting distinction from, say, the iPhone, where this could never be possible. You couldn't overlay a third-party app.
They just won't let you do it, right?
Yeah.
It just doesn't work that way.
And I mean, obviously, you guys are pushing that. I think
we do the Street View just for kicks.
Sure. Yeah.
So
let's with the compass. We'll see if we can get it going here. So you see, I'm going to Street View.
Is this on 3G?
Yep, I'm on 3G, and it's going to overlay, of course, the blue squares, and we'll see if we can get right there. I'm just down the street. We'll walk up the street real quick.
And for zooming, what do you do? Long presses or taps?
Taps. Yes.
Double taps or?
No, it's no multi-touch.
Okay.
And is that a software limitation or a hardware limitation?
Might be an IP limitation.
So it's so then there is some potential for multi-touch.
Oh yeah, yep. It supports it. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
You just don't have any gestures. So I just turned compass mode off so I can pan around real quick. And so we're looking. Here's where we are.
That is exactly where we are.
Right.
Today.
And so I'm gonna. You see, I can zoom using the little widget. You see the little, just like
It's like we're here in reality.
Yeah. But here we are again.
Yeah.
So if you'll notice, and this is kind of another cool running theme that Google's done a great job, is as you touch the screen, little clues come up. Like I can zoom by touching the widget down at the bottom. So as I touch the screen, the widget shows up and eventually goes away. That same widget is applicable in the browser. It's also applicable in Maps.
Okay.
So it's a persistent.
Yeah, it's a persistent thing. I think I'm walking up the street.
And so do you see, is there going to be development for this where we're seeing maps overlaid with buildings are actually tagged and things like that when you look at the street view?
Well, you guys showed off, I think on Engadget, you showed off like Enkin.
Oh, that's right.
You saw Enkins, right? Enkin's a great
Can
example
you
of that.
turn the compass mode on just for...
Yeah, so we're going to turn, so I'm going to hit menu. I'm get a good shot at a little compass mode there. It's right down by my thumb. I'm going to turn on compass mode. Of course, it's going to look at the street, and then you want to follow me, I'm going to go up. And the reason is because as we go up, the phone goes up, and I look up. I look up at the sky. I come back down.
Never have to bend your neck
I
again.
know, and I look up the street, and so literally, I wish we could get the window, but you can see right outside the window, that's what we're looking at.
Wow.
I mean, that is a zany. Obviously,
there you
real
go.
life is clearly overrated at this point. We can have it overlaid with directions and things like
All right, well,
that.
I'm
So will
gonna
this
cut this
do?
video off before
Will this
we,
do directions if you're following? Will it actually show your route like this, or does it not do?
Well, not in this app.
Right, not okay.
But I mean, it's open, right? So
Right,
anybody can do that. So I think Breadcrumbs, which I haven't played with, is one of the finalists.
Okay.
I think Breadcrumbs does something like that. It's a maps mashup, and it kind of remembers where you've been, and it does pictures and things like that as well.
Right.
But just think about it. Someday you could like the first time we came to New York to test 3G before we had commercially launched. We came in, we didn't know where we were going, right? So we went on the street with our devices, and we just walked the streets.
Right.
And we tried, 10 phones hitting the same YouTube video at the same time. And what's the quality and what's the user perception, so to speak, right? Because that's really important. A lot of people say, "Oh, you're faster than this phone, you're slower than that phone," but really, is the user happy with the experience? And that's what we're trying to make sure that they're happy with. Does Maps load fast enough? Does Street View work? And you're on 3G, sure, everything's fast, but when you're on 2.5G, are things still fast enough, or is it? If the user know, well, it's going to take a few seconds to load, no big deal.
Right.
So we let the user make that choice.
And how is it on when you go to 2G or 2.5G?
2.5G, it's not terrible. I'd say this is probably the most data-intensive application, and a Street View will load in about 5 seconds.
Okay.
So it's still good. Right now, it's loading in about a second.
Right.
So, and I got to turn compass off, but as I pan around, it starts a little pixelated, and then it kind of focuses in.
Yeah.
So
It seems to be loading pretty snappy.
pretty quick. No real lag though.